Arranged marriages. Why did we stop doing them? I don't remember either, so I'm bringing them back.
I'm not doing it. No way.
Before you rule this out, Rachel, think of the peer pressure. If you don't do it, you'll look weird.
What happened to letting me live my own life?
Nothing happened to it. It's never been a thing.
David, why don't you go and get some squash?
Ah, thanks, Fiona. I'm squashed up to the nines.
Go over there, David.
Yes, of course.
I accept this is a bit of a surprise, but try to see the positives. Who in their right mind would feel positive about this?
Hello.
Hiya. I'm just de-diluting the squash.
Is that a 3-to-1 water squash ratio?
I like my squash quite viscous.
I thought I was the only one.
What did you say your name was?
David.
David. My God's eternal king. Known for his good looks and his illicit dalliance with Bathsheba.
I should get back to my wife.
Take that, dummy.
Not dummy, Fiona. David. The smacks flow better when you picture David.
I'm not actually angry at David today, apart from the normal background helper. It's Rachel who's been tricky. She's resisting courtship.
Courtship? Sounds weird and medieval. Why are we friends?
It's just a process where young ordinands pair under God.
It's like an arranged marriage.
No. I mean, Elder Sampson did use that exact same phrase, but no, in an arranged marriage you have one choice. Rachel will have at least 5 or 6.
Right.
It's a sacred system. David and I were married that way.
And you want what you and David have? For Rachel?
Melissa, I sense subtext. I hate subtext.
When was the last time you and David were physical?
Well, Aaron was born in December 2012, so 9 months before that.
Oh, Christ. If you admit that arranged marriage is bad, you have to admit that your own marriage could be bad. You pull on that thread, and your whole relationship could unravel like a big, sexless cardigan. David, would you like to share a hug?
Oh. Yes. That sounds wonderful. It's been a while, hasn't it? If you go...
Could you maybe just...
Oh, sorry, my hands. If you go over the side, I'll go.
Do you know what? I have a headache.
What did I just witness?
Back in the day, we used to hug like rabbits.
In my old chapter, we used to hug goodbye. Is it okay if we... That's wonderful. Bye, David.
David, shall we hug?
Oh, thanks, Fiona, but I think I'll need 20 minutes before I can go again.
David, what's this?
That? The pie? I made it.
You're claiming you cooked this. You seared the mince. Mashed the potato. Turned on the oven.
Yes.
Turn on the oven now. That's the dishwasher.
Fiona, it was an innocent exchange of pie. There were no illicit intentions.
David, what are you doing?
Shatterproof, David. Always you shatterproof.
What in God's name is that?
Well, that's Sharpie. Could have been there for years. More, that message is old, right?
Not particularly.
So who is the message for?
The person I made the pie for.
David, could I ask you to leave?
Fiona, I'd love to.
Tell me, Maude. What business do you have making my husband pie?
Well, I noticed he wasn't getting any at home.
Sorry, I'll try that again. Maude, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I felt like you were making improper advances to my husband, but I'm sure I've misread.
No, Fiona. I think you're a very astute woman. I noticed you have a little business selling trinkets online. It's very cute. What is it about your home that you're so desperate to break out of? This here men defined history, Fiona. But when Caesar came home after a long day at the Curia Hostilia, who did he ask for fresh linens? His wife. If the emperor answers to the woman who pours his bath water, who really ruled the Julio-Claudian dynasty?
There's nothing powerful about waiting on a man hand and foot.
So why were you worried about my pie? David is a very special man. So pliant, so malleable. Oh, I'd make a great emperor.
Stay away from my husband.
You think your kitchen is a prison, Fiona? Well, I'm the prison warden. And you're out past curfew.
Take your dish out of my kitchen, you adulterous pie-making bitch!
Sorry, do you have any kitchen roll? A child threw up in the creche and it's caused something of a chain reaction.
Well, Lady of the Grapes. I didn't think I'd find myself looking at you again. But I guess I've hit rock bottom. Oh, sweet Christ.
Hello, David.
Maude, you shouldn't be here.
I was just in the area.
I find that hard to believe when you keep feeding me extramarital pie.
This is a broken VCR. I need a strong man to help me fix my spools.
I am only flesh.
Andrew's on his rower again.
You're looking at his body like a hyena that's hungry for man-meat.
If Andrew wants to exercise in that gear, that tight gear.
Is there an end to that sentence?
Samson. I thought this would stop me worrying about my speech, but now I'm worried about my speech and my 200-metre split time.
Are you struggling with your speech?
Mary used to help me find the words, but...
Well, I could be Mary. I mean, your wife. I mean, I could replace your wife. I mean, I could help with the work.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
Your tape path is seriously gummed. Rubbing alcohol could clear the clog, but there's so much detritus, I'd almost suspect foul play.
I'm setting your answer Mac 100 to answer phone only. Don't want the two of us being disturbed.
Why are you so interested in me?
Isn't it obvious, David? Because you're the most pathetic man I've ever met. Don't worry, it's a good thing. You're so incompetent, so decidedly wretched that you become something other, something sublime. Slowly, David. These tape heads are very sensitive.
God forgive me.
What I see love. I love every member of this congregation, passionately.
Passionately.
I mean, it's all about love, isn't it?
Maybe it would be helpful to pick someone out in the audience, deliver it to them.
But you're the only one here.
Oh, well, you'll have to pick me then. Oh, we can pause the speech.
Yeah, let's pause.
And talk posture.
Posture?
It's a vital element of speech making. Back straight, shoulders broad. Let me show you.
Oh, my lats. Oh, gosh. They get so tight after training. Mary used to massage them with tiger balm, but that would be inappropriate.
Why would it be inappropriate? If Mary can do it, I can.
Because Mary was my wife.
Andrew, this is not about wives, or whose wife is who, or who should be whose wife. This is about your speech, and your back, and your lats. Your tight lats. Now, is that the balm?
Oh, you found that quick.
Andrew, I'm going to help you by platonically and disinterestedly rubbing you right down.
Oh, just the top of the neck, no lower.
How's that?
Oh, that's actually helping.
Do you want me to go higher? Lower? Deeper.
Okay, Fiona.
My husband ate another woman's pie and I will not be made a fool of.
Please leave.
It's a bit slippery.
Thank you, David. That was wonderful.
David, I'm back from Andrew's. It was really normal.
What the hell?
Relax, Fiona.
I was just fixing her VCR.
Wow. So while I've been at Andrews...
Do I smell tiger balm?
David, I think you need to know your wife just tried to touch me in inappropriate areas.
God.
Dad, that was incredible. You deemed us to incompetence and saved us by being deeply bizarre.
That's how I roll. When I break into a house, I do it David style.
You broke into our house?
Aaron, I'll let you take this one.
Dad, I won't lie.
In that case, I'll take it. So...
You broke into a house?
Well, it was Samson's house, and I jimmied the window.
So, to be clear, you staked out our chief elder's house, and then you broke in with your strength. Like a bad man.
What's happening?
Aaron, go to the shops for at least 45 minutes.
Do I have to go now? It's quite late.
Yeah, now. There's my first love you.
Should I accompany him, or...?
You come with me.
Okay. I should just take my tool belt off.
Leave it on.
I'm a very patient woman, David. I once waited 12 years for a man's wife to die, but I'm starting to lose that patience. It's time for Fiona to be sacrificed for your binding of Isaac. Only unlike God, I won't pull out at the last minute.
Maude, since we last spoke, I have bonded profoundly with my wife.
Like we bonded in that VCR.
No, in a much more normal way. I want you to take this back, once and for all.
Don't strain your leash, David. When you accepted that pie dish, you and I made a covenant.
I really think it was just pie.
A covenant, David, to our future. Oh, just think about it. Every morning you'd wake to a chalice full to the brim of summer fruit squash, as red and full-bodied as Christ's own lifeblood. Every night you'd dine on a Yorkshire pudding the size of a baking tray. But if you revoke that covenant, David, there will be consequences.
Do your worst.
David Lewis, you broke into my house. You besmirched my sanctuary. I've been waiting so long to say this. You are excluded from the order. Woo!
Sorry, special one. David, I wondered when you'd return.
Maude, I'll do anything to keep my family together. Name your price. I will slide my hand into any retro tech object. I will eat any savoury bake.
I do have something in mind, actually.
Yes?
Sit and watch a tape with me on our baby. Our baby that we repaired together.
Okay. Doesn't sound too bad.
Sunflower seeds. I know they're your favourite.
What are we watching?
David, when a dog misbehaves, it must be disciplined. And when it cannot be disciplined, it must be put down.
I'm not sure I love him anymore.
Oh.
And I'm not just saying that, I mean it.
Look at her. Look at the woman you chose over me.
If this marriage is what God wants, then does God hate me? He taped over our wedding video with Series 4 of Robot Wars. It was a bad series!
Do you see how she loathes you, David? How glad she'd be to be rid of you. Oh, to you, she's everything, but to her, you're just the man who ruined her life. She's tolerated you, David. Suffered your presence all these years for the sake of appearances, but she would never, ever fight for you.
Maude.
Oh, speak of the devil and she will appear.
That's for my special one, bitch.
Christ's crib.